is your girl, Khadijah from KhadijahCoaches.com. And woohoo! It's a celebration. I got on my Mardi Gras mask. You see what I have on, guys? Yes, I'm straight crazy. Woo! I am celebrating because let me take this thing off. I am celebrating because today is day 21. Woo! We made it, y'all. We did 21 days together. Can you believe it? And I'm just so happy. I'm so proud of all of us for taking this 21-day journey with me. And I am excited to bring you day 21, but I'm also a little sad. I'm a little like, I'm going to miss you guys. I mean, you're not going anywhere. I'm not really going anywhere, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, can I do like another challenge or something? Can I do like a 7-day challenge or a 30-day challenge? Like, I'm going to miss you guys. Anyway, let's get right into the card for today. And day 21 says, well, first the card at the top says learning. I think it's so, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Appropriate. I think it's appropriate because I've learned so much about myself during this whole process. And I've learned about consistency. I've learned how to work through things in the face of inconvenience or in the face of challenges. I've learned about what I really, really, really want. And I think it's helped me to get a little more comfortable showing parts of myself that I'm not used to sharing, right? Because I'm an introvert by nature. And I don't like sharing myself. You know, I only share myself with close friends and relatives. They usually are the people who like really, really know me. It takes me a long time to open up to people. So this has helped me open up and share parts of myself that I probably haven't or wouldn't normally do, right? So anyway, the keywords are research, depth, understanding, and logic. Research, depth, understanding, and logic. And the power thought says, right now is the most powerful moment of my life. Right now is the most powerful moment of my life. And I'd have to agree with that. The action step says, sign up for a course to advance your career or self-esteem. Sign up for a course to advance your career or self-esteem. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what to sign up for because, like, I told you guys about Big Wild Love. I just signed up for that 2 weeks ago, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's not just a feel-good sign up and we gonna kumbaya. It's not that kind of community. It's not that kind of environment. And I don't like being in environments necessarily where it's kumbaya all the time, right? You can't grow when you're in an environment where everybody's like, rah, rah, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, you're great, you're wonderful, yes, queen, and yes, queen, and no. So Big Wild Love, that's a place where the gloves come off and you get to put on your big girl panties. And also, too, I never hesitate to talk about Coach Khayr and Moon Magic. Like, we do a little rah-rah, but it's about doing some heavy lifting. So actually, there's still time if you guys want to know more about Moon Magic. It's moonmagic28.info. go check it out. Go check it out. If you have some goals that you're trying to accomplish and you need help and you really want to really understand more about the world and how things really work, head on over to that website. He has a ton of information there for you, even if you don't want to do moon magic. And go check it out. Go check it out. Anyway, the news flash says you are being guided on your path. Trust your own deep wisdom. You are being guided on your path. Trust your own deep wisdom. And I receive that absolutely. A lot of times we look outside of ourselves for acceptance, or we look outside of ourselves for someone to validate us. And that's not where it's at, guys. That's not what it's about. Yes, there are people that come along to help you along the way, and they come, and sometimes people come in your life just to teach you a lesson, right? So like, I used to look at things that I'm in my past as like good or bad, and it's really not about that, right? It's really about, did the situation come to teach me a lesson, or did I learn something, right? It's very appropriate for the card, learning. So, looking at this news flash, guided on your path and trusting your own deep wisdom, like, I'm 42 years old and I am still learning that one. So, right on to the workbook. Let's see what the workbook has for us today. So, the workbook says, yesterday what made me proud. And what made me proud was that I got everything done on my to-do list yesterday. Like, I had about, I don't know, 8 or 9 things to do. And normally, you know how it is. You write a to-do list out and you put like 100 things down, and then next thing you know, you have not accomplished not even half of the stuff on the list. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. And then what I'm excited to do today is I uploaded the instructional video on how to make money on Amazon. I promised you guys that I was going to do a video for you on how to list things on Amazon. Like, if you have things just sitting around the house and you need to get rid of them, and you want to be able to make some money without having to go out and necessarily work a job, list it on Amazon. List it on Amazon, and it's another way, it's another stream of income, right? So I did a video showing you three easy steps how to set up your Amazon store. So check that out on the channel, and also in the on the channel and in the group. I posted it both places. And then the gift that I give to myself today is I went to Bikram yoga, y'all. I'm getting back into my routine. I talked to you guys about my routine before and how I was off. I was feeling off. Well, I'm back in my routine, and I went to Bikram yoga today, and I didn't want to go. It was one of those situations again where like the little me was like, I don't feel like going. I'm not in the mood. And I got in there, girls, ladies, warrior women, and I did the doggone thing. I'm not going to curse because maybe YouTube might not like that. But I did the doggone thing. I did all 26 poses. Not perfectly, because who knows what perfect is anyway. But I felt better because of it. You know how it is when you don't feel like doing something, and then you go and it's like, oh my gosh, thank God I went. That was the best thing ever. So that was the gift that I gave to myself today. And then, I don't know if I shared with you all, like, throughout the book, there were days. Oh, yes, I did. I did one. I did this. They have these exercises where they give you, right? They give you $1 million, $5 million. Well, today on the 21st day, they gave me $1 billion. A billion with a B, right? And it says you are now ready to have your virtual $1 billion. What do you do with the 1 billion? Today's the day that you get your $1 billion dream payout. I have $1 billion today tax free. So, you know what I discovered doing this? It was kind of like the same stuff that I said back, I don't remember what day it was, but it was a lot of the same things that I wanted when it told me to do like $1 million or $5 million. I think it was $5 million, right? I would still buy real estate property, lots of it, probably like I think I put down here. I put that I would invest about $200 million in property, stocks, a farm, silver currency. But I would probably invest probably about $200 million just in property if I had $1 billion. Because the cash flow from that would set my children up and my grandchildren up for life. Like, so even if let's say I blew $800 million, which I guess people do, but I couldn't see myself doing that. My children and grandchildren would still be set up for life based on the investments from investing in big property, not like buying a house. I'm talking like buying like a 200 unit apartment complex. And if you did the math on that, you know what I'm talking about. You know what's rolling in residually every month. And then it says 10 huge benefits of having this money are, right? So I have the typical stuff on here. Oh, I would travel, and I put that I could help more women. This is what came out of this exercise more than anything for me. Is it made me see just how passionate I am about helping women. Because with every time I did the exercise, it was always somewhere written in there, something pertaining to philanthropy. How do you say it? Philanthropy. And I've always had this dream of owning a big apartment building complex, like a city block wide, long apartment building complex, a whole bunch of buildings in one city block, down and around the whole block. And the dream is to have programs and have housing for women with children. And it could be any kind of situation, divorced, widowed, maybe someone starting over, they fell bad on their luck, whatever it is, right? Having programs for them to get back on their feet. And then underneath, like on top would be the apartment buildings, but then underneath would be a laundromat. I've always wanted to own a laundromat. A health food store, and a daycare, right? And people who are part of this program could run all of those places. So you get to learn how to run a business. If you needed a job to make income, you could work in either of those places, and you wouldn't have to worry about daycare because the daycare is right there. So you could drop your kids off. Let's say you wanted to work in a laundromat. You could drop your kids off at the daycare and then walk right next door or 2 doors down or around the corner to the laundromat. And if there was ever any issue or any problem with your child, the baby is right there. You don't have to go getting on no train, plane, or automobile. Your baby is right there. You could walk around the corner and be right to them if there was ever any issues or problems. So could you imagine something like that? Like, it made me really start to dream a little bit bigger, because sometimes life knocks you down and you think, oh gosh, I'll never be able to do such and such or so and so. So this is what this exercise taught me. It taught me to dream again and dream big and really see the vision for what it is I want to do. Right? And then the other thing I wanted to share with you guys was I want to adventure at some point in the very near future, adopt a village in Africa. So when I did the $1 billion exercise, I changed that from adopting one village in Africa to several villages in Africa, New Zealand, and amongst the Aborigines in Australia, right? And if you know about the history of Australia, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I want to, so it enabled me, or it challenged me to expand my vision. So yes, this is a great exercise. And then there's this one last part that I have to do that I haven't finished quite yet. But it's basically my promise. And it says, I promise myself now to give myself 100% commitment to all of my goals. I am ready to direct and star in the masterpiece, which is my life. As I welcome change with the excitement and wonder of the 5-year-old child I still am inside. So we've talked about this inner child throughout this whole journey. It says, I promise myself to celebrate just being me as I surrender to the greater wisdom I have inside, as I connect with the source of the wellspring of life. A joyous reuniting with spirit. I view myself and others with compassion and forgiveness as I open all doors and windows to endless possibilities for success and happiness. I recognize and thank myself for having the courage and strength to come this far. I also give thanks for every lesson, because each one reveals more and more of the real me. Anytime I am less than passionate about life, I remember to look for the beauty as I view all events as opportunities for growth. I promise to follow my inner light, the light which connects me to myself and others. Today's goal is to have fun relaxing. So when I'm finished with this video today, I am going to relax. But I think that this mantra, or this pledge, I'm going to print it out and I'm going to include it in my mirror work that I do. Anyway, this has been day 21. As always, thank you all so much for being on.